What are SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records, and how to set them up in minutes. Ever wonder why your email ended up in the spam folder? Or worse, why someone else is sending email pretending to be you? Well, today we are diving into 3 powerful tools that can protect your domain from email spoofing and boost your email deliverability. SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. And the best part, you can set them up in just a few minutes. So let's go. What is SPF? Imagine throwing a party, you have the guest list of who is allowed in. Well, SPF Sender Policy Framework is that guest list but for your email domain. It tells email server which IP address or servers are allowed to send email on behalf of your domain. If the server is not on the list, the email gets flagged as suspicious. Here is how you can set up the SPF in 3 easy steps. First of all, you need to go to your domain registrar, GoDaddy, Namecheap, wherever you register your domain. Look for the DNS setting or manage DNS. You need to add a new TXT record. The name host value for the TXT record will always be the @ Think of it as the root of your domain. Now what you should enter in the value field? This is where things get specific. The value in the SPF record list that server that are allowed to send email for your domain. It is like the whitelist of trusted mail server. It also tells email provider what to do with email from unauthorized server, accept, flag, or reject them. But wait, what if you are using multiple email services like Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, MailChimp, etc.? Each of these has its own SPF value, and finding them in the documentation can be hassle. Here is what you need to do. Instead of searching through documentation, just ask ChatGPT. For example, ChatGPT generate an SPF record for me. I am using Google Workspace for mailboxes. ChatGPT will instantly provide the correct SPF value to your setup, fast and easy. Now let's talk about DKIM, Domain Keys Identified Mail. Your email digital signature. Imagine sending a letter with your personal seal. If the seal is intact, the recipient knows it's legit. DKIM works the same way. It adds the unique signature to your email, proving they have not been tampered with. Here is how to set up the DKIM. Go to your email provider account. In my case, I am using Google Workspace. To generate a DKIM record in Google Workspace, start by logging into the Google Admin Console, admin.google.com, using your admin credential. Once inside, navigate to Apps, Google Workspace, Gmail, and then authenticate email. Select the domain you want to set up DKIM for and click Generate New Record. Choose a 2048-bit key length for better security and assign a DKIM selector such as Google. Google will then provide you a TXT record consisting of the name host value and the corresponding value. Copy this information and proceed to your domain registrar DNS settings. For example, GoDaddy, Namecheap. Add a new TXT record using the provided name host and the value, then save it. Once the record is saved, return to the Google Admin Console and click Start Authentication to activate DKIM for your domain. Allow up to 48 hours for the DNS to propagate and then verify the setup using a tool like MX Toolbox. This ensures your domain outgoing email are now digitally signed to prevent spoofing. Now let's talk about DMARC, Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting and Conformance. The final boss of email security. DMARC decided what to do with the email that failed SPF and DKIM check. Let them through, quarantine them, or block them. Plus, it gives you a report on who's trying to spoof your domain. To set up DMARC for your domain, start by assessing the DNS setting of your domain. DNS setting of your domain provider such as GoDaddy, Namecheap, or Cloudflare. DMARC is a protocol that allows domain owner to specify how email server should handle messages that fail SPF and DKIM. It also provides a mechanism for receiving reports about email activities on your domain, allowing you to monitor and protect against email spoofing. In the DNS setting, add a new TXT record. The name host for the record should be _DMARC. The value for the record is where you define the DMARC policy. The basic structure of the DMARC record looks like this. Here is what each component means. V equal to DMARC1. This specifies the version of DMARC being used. It is always set to the DMARC1. P equal, this indicates the DMARC policy for handling email that fail SPF and DKIM check. There are 3 possible values for P. P equal to none. This policy simply monitor email activity and collect report but takes no action. It is recommended when first setting up DMARC to observe potential issue without impacting email delivery. P equal quarantine. Email that fail SPF or DKIM check will be sent to the recipient spam or junk folder. This is a good intermediate setting up the monitoring with P equal to none. P equal to reject. Email that fail both SPF and DKIM check are outright rejected, preventing them from being delivered at all. This is the most important setting and should only be implemented after through monitoring to avoid blocking legitimate emails. RUA. This specifies the email address where aggregate report will be sent. The report contains information about email authentication results and potential spoofing attempts. RUF equal. This indicates where forensic reports will be sent. These reports provide detailed information about specific email that fail authentication. Here is more advanced DMARC record that applies a reject policy and include both aggregate and forensic report. You may have noted that these records also contain PCT equal to 100. So what does it mean? PCT is equal to 100. This specifies that the policy applied to the 100% of the email. You can adjust this percentage gradually implementing the policy. For example, setting the PCT to 50 would apply DMARC policy to the 50% of email. After adding the DMARC record, save the changes and wait for the DNS propagation, which may take up to the 48 hours. To verify the implementation, you can use a tool like MX Toolbox. This tool can check the DMARC record and provide insight into how email are being handled according to your specified policy. Implementing DMARC effectively helps protect your domain against email spoofing and phishing attack by enforcing strict email authentication and providing visibility into email activities. And that's it. SPF, who is allowed to send email on your behalf. DKIM, is the email untempered and generic from you? DMARC, what to do with email that fails SPF DKIM check. Implementing these three records not only protect your domain but also boost your email deliverability.